Justin Baldoni and his wife just released this video talking about their healing process and all. But how does this connect with Taylor Swift's wedding guest list? And of course, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Don't worry, your boy is here to tell you the full gist. So lock in, okay? Now we're going to go back in time a bit. Yeah, several years. We're not talking from 2024. No. Several years back. You see, back then, Ryan Reynolds was on set for Green Lantern. If you guys don't know Ryan Reynolds, you remember Deadpool? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that one with the nice jokes. Yeah, that's Ryan Reynolds. Pay attention. Lock in. Okay, so Ryan Reynolds was on set for Green Lantern and I was like, yo, who is going to be my co-star? And the director was like, oh, don't worry, we found you someone beautiful. Yeah, Blake Lively. Have you heard of her? Ryan was like, Blake Lively? Who is Blake Lively? I was like, oh, look at her over there. And she was walking down and I was like, Ryan Reynolds was like, oh my God. Blake, girl, you pretty. I feel you. And Blake, she looked at him. She was like, oh, Ryan, oh my God, I like what I see. Mommy like me a piece of cake. You know, there was a lot of chemistry between them, especially because in this movie, a superhero movie, there's a lot of touching and you know what I'm saying. But there was a problem with this because as of the time, Ryan Reynolds was dating another woman, this one over here, and Blake Lively was dating another man. Yeah, do you see what I'm getting with this? But on set, they came together and they started, you know, a lot of chemistry involved, and they started dating. Meaning, careful, and this is very important for the rest of the story. Ryan Reynolds left his woman for Blake Lively, and Blake Lively left that man for him. Now, this is not new in Hollywood, but like I said, it's very important for where this story is going to go. And they got married, and then they had children, and life was sweet and all, and their exes went their own ways. And you know it's Hollywood, everybody's moving forward. Yeah, and so fast forward to 2024. This is where Justin Baldoni gets into the picture. For those of you that don't remember him, you remember this movie, Jane the Virgin. Oh my God, Jane the Virgin was very popular at that time. Yeah, he was that bad guy, that good-looking guy over there. Okay, now back to the case at hand. So Justin Baldoni, yeah, this movie, yeah, it ends with us. You know, it was a book, a very beautiful book, and fans loved it. A lot of fangirls like, oh my God, I love that story so much. And then Justin was like, you know what, let's make this into a movie. And he got his guys and they were like, yo, we're going to make this into a movie. Everyone was like, oh, really? Justin, you're going to make it into a movie? And all the fangirls were like, oh my God, if Justin is going to make it into a movie, I am going to watch. Everybody was anticipating this thing. And so, movie time. But Justin had to sit back and think, yeah, who am I going to cast as the co-star? Because, you see, this person has to be emotional. This person has to be tender. This person has to be loving. And he was looking through Hollywood, searching who it will be. And that's when he came across Blake Lively and was like, oh, she's looking good. Oh, she just gave birth to a child. Even better. Oh, she should have that motherly instinct and all that stuff, you know. And he was like, you know what? She will walk out. And so he went to meet her. I was like, yo, Blake. She was like, yeah, Justin. It was like, baby girl, I think you are beautiful for a particular sport. And I heard you were willing to come back into Hollywood. Are you going to make this movie with me? Blake was like, let me think about it really quick. I'll go tell my husband. And so she went back to meet Ryan. And she was like, honey, yeah, I just got a spot for a new movie. And Ryan Reynolds was like, okay, what's the movie about? And then she was like, oh, no, don't worry. It's a nice one. The movie is going to be nice. It's about two lovers coming together, you know, traumatic experience. Oh. Reynolds was like, eh? Two lovers, you say? She was like, yeah, two lovers. Reynolds was like, lovers. But you see, as of the time, regardless of Rand's feelings concerning this particular issue, he finally allowed it and was like, you know what, Blake, I think this would be very good for you, baby girl. So you go, you make it out, and you come out in a shiny movie. And she was like, sure, she would do it. And so she accepted the role. And then she and Justin Baldoni, they were practicing the lines and all that stuff. But like I said, this is a romance movie. Therefore, there's a lot of, you know, touching and closeness. You know, the co-stars have to have certain kind of a chemistry. Get what I'm saying? And of course, there are some scenes where there will be Now, do you guys remember what I told you initially of how Ryan Reynolds met Blake Lively? Yeah, remember they left their own partners for each other. what do you think will happen on this set? Yeah, the same thing you are thinking is what Ryan was thinking. Ryan Reynolds was like, Baldoni, I'm onto you, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm onto you. Yeah, I see the way you look at my wife. Yeah, I see it. I see it in the shots. Yeah, I see it in those scenes. I see the way you look at my wife. I know you have plans. And Baldoni was like, no, we're just shooting a movie. And Ryan Reynolds was like, yeah, movie my ass. Yeah, we'll see how this is going to go. And so Ryan Reynolds decided to use his immense power in Hollywood. For those of you that don't know, he's quite influential. So he decided to use his immense power in Hollywood to try and, cut certain scenes out of this movie. Certain scenes, it will adjust the script this way or that way, things he did not like, basically just turning the entire thing inside out. But there was a problem with this because, like I said, this is not his movie. It's not even Blake's movie. It's Justin's movie. That's Baldoni's movie. And everybody knew that it was Baldoni's movie. But there was only so much Baldoni could do because the guy's a very chill guy. Many things still happened on set. Many things that I cannot cover in this video because I like my life. But regardless, one day Blake came to meet Ryan Reynolds and she was like, baby, I can't take it anymore. And Ryan was like, what happened? What happened? And she was like, Baldoni, oh my God, he touched me. Ryan Reynolds was like, what did you say? He what? My woman? Oh! And so Ryan Reynolds blew his top off and decided to take justice into his own hands. And this is where the entire thing spiraled and there was a lot of evidence and messages. And it turned out that, whoa! Blake was the one actually making moves on my brother Justin. When Ryan Reynolds was like, yo, Blake baby girl, yeah, let's sue his ass. Yeah, sue his ass a bit. And Blake was like, you know what, sweetheart, you're right. Let's sue his ass. Blake sued Baldoni for a whole lot of things. We're talking of sexual harassment, hostile workplace, and a lot. And fans were like, what? Baldoni is capable of all that? Nobody was expecting it. Everybody was on Blake's side and all, and it was in the papers, it was in the news, it was everywhere. They were like, oh my God, Justin Baldoni is horrible. How dare he? Why will he touch her that way? They were just supposed to be making a movie and all that. And Justin Baldoni just kept quiet and was like, Yo, release the tapes. And that was it. All of a sudden, videos started surfacing, evidence, text messages. And then we discovered that, yeah, truly, Baldoni was seeing his own piece. Blake Lively was the problem. Yeah, and the moment fans saw it, they were like, oh, this girl thought she had us. But Baldoni is innocent. Because this had caused a lot of problem for Baldoni himself. And remember, this is Hollywood. Once you are exed, you are exed. Baldoni took the opportunity to fire back. He was like, yo, Blake, yeah, baby girl, yeah, you think you got me? Yeah, I'm suing your ass. Yeah, a lawsuit, $400 million lawsuit. Blake was like, oh, 400 million. Yeah, baby girl, for defamation. She was like, for defamation? Yeah. Now, when this entire drama was going on, Blake had threatened Baldoni with certain messages, It was like, yeah, you watch Game of Thrones, right? Yeah, you know the Khaleesi, yeah? Yeah, I'm Khaleesi. Yeah, I'm Khaleesi. Yeah, and I got 3 dragons, yeah? I got 3 dragons. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, my husband, yeah? And I got Taylor Swift, yeah? You know Taylor Swift? Yeah, she's gonna cook your ass for me. And fans were like, oh, what? Blake said that? Yeah, because obviously the message casted and all. So like, she said that? Yeah, we don't like Blake no more. But Taylor Swift truly got into the picture because initially she was supporting her friend Blake Lively. After all, they were close and all. I'm very sure Blake must have told things from her own perspective and we don't know if she lied or not. Either way, she had told Taylor Swift and Taylor Swift was on her side. But when this entire issue about Mother of Dragons came out, Taylor Swift was like, no, back off. I ain't doing this shit no more. After all, it was not a business to be in between people's business. You know what they say? You cannot take paracetamol for another man's headache. $1 million lawsuit that Baldoni had threw against Blake. Yeah, it was dropped in court. And a whole bunch of other things that Blake said, it was dropped in court. We're talking of out of 13 charges, 10 were dropped because obviously evidence had come out and my boy innocent. So a lot of things had been dropped. However, of recent, Blake is now suing Justin again for $8 million. Demands he pays for our legal fees. Like, it's her and her lawyers, but it should pay for her legal fees. Yeah, that is what is happening right now. Even though rumors have already told us that they had settled the entire issue out of court because it had become a little too messy for either parties. Now, back to that video that Baldoni had released of recent. Yeah, you know, he was talking about his healing and how things had affected him and his wife and his family these last 2 years. Yeah, did I mention that when the movie was finally released, Blake refused to go for, you know, the entire tour and all, and it was mostly about her, and that's an entire issue for another day. However, Taylor Swift's wedding on the guest list, yeah, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, they are missing. Apparently, she has cut herself up from people that she considers to be, who knows, toxic. Yeah, you know, a lot of Swifties, they don't like this pair, and if they don't like this pair, Taylor Swift don't like them too. So that is the full gist. I'll give you more update as time comes up. Make sure to subscribe and follow for more.